Hi everybody, it's Julie. I'm here with another segment. We are part 7 of the Little Golden Book. And I've had a couple people ask me to show more ways of using fabric in the journals, and so we are going to do that today. I have the items on my desk from the kit. I tore out some parts of the Highlights magazine that I'm using. I have a piece of my 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. This is one of the pieces that were left after we made the notepads yesterday, or the note cards. And so what I thought I would do is, to start off with, is go ahead and tear this. It tears really easy. The Highlights magazine is over 50 years old, so yeah, so it's a little brittle. So I've decided I want to back all the things that I'm going to do with the highlights for this journal. So we're going to go ahead and come around here, and there, that gives me, isn't he so cute, climbing the ladder? Okay, so next I have this piece of fabric, and this is the fabric that I'm using for this journal. I absolutely am loving this fabric, and I just had my pink and white scissors. I don't know what I did with them, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to keep that. I might use that in a tassel or a tag or something. Okay, so I want to come over, and I wanted to see if this would fit on here, and it does. So we're going to go ahead and rip, and I choose to rip my fabric because I like the frayed edge, and it's got a soft look to it, where if you cut it, it will it'll have a cut look to it. So I really do, I like the soft look. So here I'm just going to do a little tiny piece and hope that it, yeah, there we go. Okay, so, and I'm pulling off all the frayed edges, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to put down this fabric right down onto the cardstock. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to use the bottom of my Tombow Mono Liquid Glue because it will cover much faster. And again, it's one of my favorite reasons for this glue. I have the choice of that or, okay, so let's go ahead and put this down. And yes, the glue is going to come up on the other side. It's going to come up through the fabric. That's okay, because we have our trusty tape trick. Well, if you can get the tape. Okay, so there we go. Trusty tape trick. We got our tape. Okay, so now for this little guy, I want to put him right there. Okay, so what I've done is I've used fabric right onto my cardstock, and I'm layering. So I'm going to do my layered look here with my little guy. He's so cute. Okay, and try and get him in the middle here. There we go. Okay, so there we go. Now, he's gonna curl, so I'm gonna have to keep telling him who's boss. Who's the boss? Okay. So I really like that, just like that. Now you could sew around it. If you had other fun things to add to it, you could go ahead and do that. Ooh, I just noticed that there's a not so pretty edge right there. So I'm going to be making some clusters, so maybe we'll come back and add a cluster to this, but I actually like the simplicity of this. What do you think? Do you like the simplicity of this? We could go ahead and each kit got some tickets. My kit, because of the pink cover, got pink tickets. Okay, so we'll go ahead and add a little bit of glue there and pull glue up and put this down. We got a cute little tab right there. Okay, so that is going to be my kitty on the ladder tag. Love it. Love it, love it. If you're here for the premiere, I'm waving. Hello. And say hello to Lucy. Hi, Lucy. She's sneezing now too, you guys. But just 3 times. She sneezed 3 times. I think that's it. So say hi to Lucy. Hi, Lucy. We would love to have you come to a premiere. Our premieres are every day at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. We have a crafty video. Usually we're working on the challenge. Sometimes it's a shopping haul or a Happy Meal. And then also, while we're home, safer at home, at 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, we have our Beginner's Junk Journal series. And that is, I am going through a journal and making it start to done. So right now we're working on a little golden book. We've done a Reader's Digest. We did a composition book. We used a cereal box. We have done all kinds of things. And the Beginner's Junk Journal series comes with a free digital kit that's available in the Dear Julie Julie Facebook group, which is Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Julie. And the link is in the description box down below. We'd love to have you join us. It is a very friendly and fun and awesome group. And I am blessed with an amazing community. So check out our premieres. If you like this sort of thing, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Tell YouTube that you want to see all notifications so that you know when a new video comes up. But just in case, we do have that schedule. Back to regular programming. Okay, so next we have this piece here. And so I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking we can go ahead and fold it, cut off the pieces, we still have more of our pretty fabric here. Okay, I'm going to cut this, rip this piece off, because I want this piece. I like the pink roses. Pull all the frayed pieces off. We can grab that other glue because the bottom on it works even though the top is giving me a hard time. And we can go ahead and put this on here. Okay, now remember we had all these fun things from the Highlights magazine. So here is a little cat, and we have our little ticket. We can just go ahead and do a little collage right here with our little ticket, and we'll just put the glue on our cat. And there we have, I'm going to go ahead and cut this bottom straight. Okay, so there we have a cute little card that opens to the side, and we can go ahead and put this on with a paper clip, possibly where the paper clip is decorated on this side. But I think that's another really fun, and it's got a kitty. You know, we have another piece of this. So I am thinking, okay, so I'm thinking envelope. I'm thinking I would use my envelope punch board right now, but I know that some people out there don't have an envelope punch board, so I am going to dissect an envelope. So everybody got 3 of these envelopes. I think that was 3. And so you can go ahead and dissect your envelope or deconstruct. So I'm going to deconstruct this envelope. Okay, so we've deconstructed our envelope, and it's just barely going to fit on here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use this like it's a template and trace around it. If you have a different envelope that you want to use, then you are welcome to do that. Down, tracing all the way around this envelope. Okay, that's going to give us okay, now we'll go. Okay, we can save that because we can still use that. Okay, so now we're going to go in and cut on the inside of what we traced. Now you can do this, or you could just cover your envelope with your paper. You saw how much space this took up. Looks like a stealth fighter jet thingy. There we go. So we've cut out our little envelope, and then we're going to want to reconstruct it. So we're going to go between these 2 rounded folds, and at the crease go ahead and fold it there, and come over here and you'll see that you have the little inside pieces, and right at that corner you're going to fold that, and then here you're going to fold it up and up. Okay, so up and up on the up and up, fold. Okay, and that's going to give you an envelope. Okay, so we have this adorable little envelope. Now, sometimes you can take and put the envelope like this. We're not going to be able to. Now, you could go ahead and put your... Okay, so let's go ahead and fold. And you can fold it that way or with the other piece up, however you want to do it. Okay. I am, you know how I am. I am going to just put some glue right here and some glue right here. Because what does that do? That gives me a little pocket right there and a little pocket right there. Okay, now I want to make sure that I don't put those down, but make sure that I don't glue it to the inside. That would be bad. That would be bad. Okay, so let's go ahead and make sure that if there was any glue in there, let's get it out. And put our plastic in, and then put this down and let that dry. Okay, so this is going to give us a fun envelope. I have an idea for it, and so we're going to bring that back in another video. But I wanted to make sure that we use this to make our template for an envelope that had color and texture to it. So now we are going to take this envelope, okay, and we are going to, so how did this is how it was put together. Look, it was even. You guys, it was off. Check that out. It wasn't even straight. Somehow I ended up with that straight. I don't know how. Okay, so we are going to want another piece of cardstock, and I'm going to go with the pink, okay? And what I want to do is I want to I'm going to take my envelope. Okay, take my envelope, and I am, okay, it's not gonna quite. Okay, let's clean this up. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. This time we're gonna put our flap down, our top flap, and we are gonna put this edge up to the edge, okay? So we're not wasting any, and we're gonna go ahead and grab that. And you'll notice this time we're on the wrong side of the paper. And we are tracing the template again. And just put everybody back where they're supposed to be. In the Just June 15 Junk Journal Challenge, we also had fabric as one of our items, and or I did as one of my 15 items. So there is ideas for using fabric in your journal in that one. We also have done last year in February. It was the February Fabric Junk Journal Challenge, and there were lots of ideas for using fabric in that challenge. So I'm going to try and remember to put that playlist for you in the description box down below. Lots of creative, different things I did that time. So yeah, it was all about fabric. all about the fabric. We did all kinds of fun things with fabric. Okay, so there, that gives me that, that gives me that. Okay, I'm just gonna take the initiative here and clean this one up a little bit so it still meets crooked. Okay, so these can go up here. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move all this out of the way because we are going to be gluing some fabric. It's kind of fun to keep revisiting what I have in my kit because it's way different than being able to just go and grab things. Way different. Okay, so we have an envelope and it's gonna go like that. Okay, so we're gonna pull out our original and we're gonna go ahead and lay it down. We're gonna grab our fabric and see how we can fit this on here. I want the right side up. Okay, so let's put this right up here. We won't need the scissors for a couple minutes. Okay, so let's see. We're at the edge there. Okay, so we put this down here. Okay, go up just a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and cover this with glue. Did you see that coming? Okay, so we're gonna cover this with glue. You gotta do it fast so the glue doesn't dry before we're ready, right? And I don't want to do it in two parts. You can do it in two parts. If you're not able to do this fast, this fast, then go ahead and do it in the two parts. Going all the way to the edge. Okay, all the way to the edge, all the way around, and along the folds. Okay, okay, here we go. Let's lay this out so that we can kind of see. I want this rose right here, and then this can go. Okay, so what I was trying to do was I was trying to get this rose on here. Okay, so this rose right here, I don't know if it worked. Feels like it because I can feel some glue. Okay, so there we are. We're just pressing it in, and then we can take it off. If you have some other way that you like to put your fabric onto your envelope, go right ahead. And there might be glue on this fabric, so I'm putting it in a different place than like where my journal is. I don't know if you can see that, but I was able to just go straight across right there. And again, you can go ahead and sew around this if you want to. Okay, so I have that. Oh, we need to cut our little extra pieces out here. Okay, so we have all that. Okay, I am going to go ahead and tell it where the creases are. kind of get an idea of what we're doing here? Do you have any idea? Okay, so I'm going to come back with a piece of this fabric, and I am going to go across the top here. Okay, so across the top. And down about an inch. Okay? Across the top and down about an inch. Then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to put it down. Okay, but I need it to come all the way to the edge. Okay. Needs to come all the way over to this edge. Okay. Come here and cut up. Come here and cut up. And turn it over. If you were really ambitious, you could put some lace right here between these two pieces. It would not be a super easy thing to do, but you could. Okay, it goes with the gluey fabric. Okay, so what do we got going on? We got a little bit of space here that did not get glued. Okay, so we're gonna glue it because we want that to have a nice hold. Okay. So if you put it on, push it out. Okay. Okay, so we have this fabric envelope. Okay. See that? You see that? Okay, so now we have our other piece, and we are going to put this on, and we are going to make a pocket. Okay, so the way that we're going to do that is we are going to glue here, here, and here, leaving this other side open, and then go ahead and glue this down. Okay, so we have our pocket, and then we're going to glue these sides, and we're going to glue this, and this is going on the bottom. Glue it to the bottom, and remember we can trim, so if things don't quite match up, okay, so you're going to want to go ahead and let this dry. Okay, so we'll let this dry. I am going to come in and go ahead and do that. Okay, so let's make sure that especially our pocket is sticking, and start bringing in your sides. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and trim this side down. Remember, it's the side that's kind of funny, so I'm going to trim it down. Okay. So this is going to come up. So we're going to go ahead and do a double tuck here. Okay. And a double tuck is, we're going to use this envelope flap on this side, and it's going to give us a spot to put two things inside. Then this is going to close over, and this is going to close over. And so if you've got it that far, that is where we're going to leave it for this time. Do go ahead and tell your envelope, you know, that you want it, you're going to want it to fold down. So make sure that you tell it, and then I would go ahead and put some plastic in here. So put some plastic in here just so that your pocket doesn't stick to the paper. Okay, so make sure your plastic's going all the way down, that you've told this where it's going to be coming in, and we're going to come back and we will do both envelopes. Okay, so one thing I mean that drives me crazy, so I am going to go ahead and trim that up a little bit more. I don't know if your envelope is boot shovey, but mine is out of sync for sure. Okay, there we go. There we go. Our beautiful fabric covered envelope, and it's going to be amazing. You just watch. We're going to do a little more to that. So we have that one. We have this one that we have ready. Okay, so this one's ready. We're going to be doing something with that one as well. And then we have our adorable tag that we made with the fabric. Okay, aren't these going to be beautiful? Just sitting throughout in this journal. Oh my gosh, and then we have this little one. So darn cute. And then of course, we can go ahead and grab a paper clip. I'm going to use this one. And we probably have some fabric on our table. And so for a paper clip, really simple. You fold your fabric in half, thread it through the paper clip, the single side. Okay, so this is the double side, this is the single side. Thread it through at the single side. You'll have a place that you can go ahead and open up a loop, and then just pull it through. Just pull it through. Okay, just pull it through. Just like something like that. And there you have a fun little paper clip. So very simple, and going along with the fabric theme. You can come back in and just go ahead and trim the end to give it a banner look, or dovetail, or snake tongue, however you call it. I had a campfire leader that always called that snake tongue, so that's what I always call it. Okay, so that is what we have so far. That's what we have for today's video. I think that these are just gonna look absolutely adorable with our shy little kitten. What do you think? Which one's your favorite? And yes, so we will be back and we will work on this just a little bit more, and this as well. We still need the inserts for them, so so we'll be doing that. So let's come back and we'll do something to all four of these, making them even more special. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe. Have an amazing day, and thanks for being here. Bye. Bye-bye.